Welcome everybody. So today we'll be looking at some types of matrices. So let's go. So the first type of matrix that we'll be looking at is a row matrix. This matrix only has one row. If we had a matrix A with elements 2, 5, 6. So this would be classified as a row matrix because it only has one row. Likewise, if we had a matrix B with element 2, this would still be a row matrix because it only has one row. So that's the first type of matrix. The next one that we'll be looking on is a column matrix. So like a row matrix, so a row matrix only has one row. A column matrix has only one column. Realize that this matrix has one column, only one column, but it has 1, 2, 3 rows. So therefore, it would be a 3 by 1 matrix. So it is classified as a column matrix. Likewise, if we have M in equal to a matrix with elements 0, 1, this would also be an example of a column matrix. Next type of matrix is called a Null R0 matrix. And in these type of matrices, all of the elements are 0. So let's look at an example. Matrix A that has elements 0, 0, 0, 0. So this would be a 2 by 2 matrix. All of the elements, we realize all of the elements are 0. Then it will be classified as a 0 matrix. For matrix B, we realize that it has 2 elements and both elements are 0. Therefore, this also would be classified as a Null R0 matrix. The fourth one is a square matrix. And as the name suggests, it's a matrix with equal number of rows and columns. So let's take a matrix C. We realize here we have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows. We have 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns. So this is a 3 by 3 matrix. So it has the same number of rows and the same number of columns. So it would be called a square matrix. Likewise, if we had a matrix D with all of these elements, first, what would be the order of this matrix? It would have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns. So we have 4 rows and 4 columns. So it would be a 4 by 4 and therefore would be classified as a square matrix because it has equal number of rows and columns. So the fifth one that we're looking on is a diagonal matrix. So it's a square matrix that has all its elements being 0 except those in the leading diagonal. So this would be an example of a diagonal matrix. Now this is called the leading diagonal. So the number from the top left to the number at the bottom right, or the elements rather. So these form the leading diagonal. So with a diagonal matrix, it's a square matrix where all of the elements are 0 except those in the leading diagonal. Another example. Leading diagonal in this case would be 4 and 1. So everything else is 0. Therefore, this would be classified as a diagonal matrix. The last type of matrices that we'll be looking at is called a unit matrix. Now, a unit matrix is just a diagonal matrix where the elements in the leading diagonal are all 1. So if we have a matrix A with elements 1, 0, 0, 1, then this would be classified as a unit matrix. Why? Because the elements in the leading diagonal are all 1s, and we know that a diagonal matrix, every other element is a 0. Let's look at another example. So we have this matrix B, and we realize that the leading diagonal, all of the elements in the leading diagonal are 1s, and every other element is 0. Therefore, this would be classified as a unit matrix. Remember, a unit matrix is a diagonal matrix whose elements in the diagonal are all ones. So these are 6 types of matrices that you will stumble upon as you explore the exciting concepts of matrices. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos